Yes.
I have a little bit of a dilemma. I just don't want to put my daughter in between like two rocks. And while we were coming here, on the way here, she told me that while we were leaving, I was in the kitchen making my coffee, and they were in the living room. And my mother-in-law asked her, "Oh, Talar, where are you going?" And she knows where we're going. She said it out loud, but her back was towards me. And my daughter told me that she told her we're going to come see Jesse to church, and she rolled her eyes at her. And my daughter told me that in the car. And my wife and my mother-in-law hated that she's so close to me and not them. And she's rejecting them, but she's rejecting their spirit. She's just rejecting who they are.
Right.
And now if I go back home and I confront her, like, what are you doing? Like, pack up your stuff or get out of here, or you can't come in between me and my daughter, my daughter and I. And
Thank you.
And this
Finally.
and this is not the first time that they've done that. But before, I would tell them. Actually, I wouldn't tell them because I don't want to kind of burn my daughter, and I don't want her to be in conflicts in the house with my wife and her mom, or so I just don't know what to do. They're just fake people, and I say it like it is.
And
That's
so
just
your
my
question
personality.
Your question is what?
I just don't know what to do in that. I know it's not a big situation, but it's just, my advice to my daughter is, you have to put your foot down so they know that they cannot come in between us.
You're right in that. So your question is what?
Do I get involved? Or
You're
do
the
I let my
father.
daughter handle it?
You are the father. It's your responsibility to protect the children from the mother and from the grandmother. Otherwise, that spirit that's in the mother and the grandmother, if the mother is not working on herself, will be passed out to your daughter. She can't handle that evil spirit. It is the father's responsibility to protect their children from the mother. Otherwise, the evil just repeats itself in every generation. And so and to the daughter, don't be angry. How old are you now?
I'm 16.
She's 16. Don't be angry. Start speaking up for yourself. But you were right to tell your father what happened, because your father is supposed to protect you, right, from evil. And so when you get back home, tell her she got to go. Just say you got to go. You're never welcome here again. And why is that hard?
It's not that it's hard. My wife and I have been to counseling to you and stuff.
Right.
And I don't care about stuff as much as I used to, and I've just let things go. And I've listened to what you say and let your weapons down and don't
Stop the
argue.
fight.
Yeah, but if I go home, then it's going to be a fight and an argument for the next years and months to come.
But why must there be a fight? You don't need to fight back.
Because you're dealing with somebody that's not willing to work on themselves. Because
But
they
that's
think
on her. That's not up to you.
there's going to be conflict in the house.
Why?
Uh,
Yes, daughter.
When she rolled her eyes at me, I told her like, what are you rolling your eyes at? And then
Nice.
all of a sudden she switched. She's like, oh, I actually watch Jesse sometimes. I like him, this and that. I'm like, that wasn't what you just like said to me. So
Nice.
that was
Will you
it.
be sure to tell grandmama how the cow ate the cabbage? But don't be angry at her, right?
No,
don't be angry.
I'm not.
But tell her, and then as soon as your father walks in her, hey, Dad, Grandma just rolled her eye when I tell her going to church. And then the dad tells Grandma to go home and never come back here again. You got to take care of it because you're dealing with evil. Evil lives in human beings, and evil works through human beings. That's why we all must be born again of love. And unless you're born again of love, you don't have love. That emotion stuff is not love, that's hate. And so this woman is destroying your child. She doesn't care about your child, and she doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about her own daughter, your wife. So you got to stand up. And if your wife get mad and she like arguing, if she arguing, don't argue back at all. Don't argue with the devil inside of you, and don't argue with the devil inside of other people. It's just two devils fighting. You don't have to argue back. There has to be no conflict at all. Let her have her own conflict, but don't you take it on.
When my son comes in our bed and hugs me in the middle of the night, and my wife will wake up and seeing that my son is hugging me, and she tells him, and my son comes and tells me, he's only 8 years old, tells me, "Oh, mommy told me why I'm hugging you and not her."
Yeah.
Like, this is like,
And do
these
you
are like very
correct the
small
mother in front of
examples.
the son?
What's that?
Do you correct the mother in front of the child?
Oh yeah, I've asked her about it before. She says, "Oh, I was just making a joke, or I was just making, yeah." She's
The worst thing that can happen to children, boys and girls, is to be close to your father. God forbid that you look like the father. You're really going to catch the hell from mama.
Yeah.
But to be close to your father, the mother hated. She hated with a passion. Really. And every little chance she gets, she's going to try to turn your children away from you. And it's not her, but it's that spirit that's in her. It's that spirit. And that's why you got to drop your anger so you can be on the right side of the spirit of truth. So you can correct your wife. Don't argue, but correct her. And let the kids see you protecting them by seeing you correcting their mother. And she's going to be like, "Oh, you disrespecting me. You correcting me in front of the children." And they said, "No, I'm revealing evil in front of the children." But don't argue. Don't try to prove anything.
don't.
So it don't have to be confusing. It doesn't have to be confusion if you're not arguing back. You're protecting your children. And your wife, too, literally. She might not be aware that that's what you're doing, but you're going to protect the women even if they don't like it. That sounds familiar. I'm going to do it for the women even if they don't like it. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's from the Lord. Have you heard that before? I'm going to protect the women even if they don't like it. Oh, you never heard it? Oh, let me get it on tape. You never heard that? Really? Sarah, you heard that before? I'm going to protect the women even if they don't like it. Take the mic. Yeah, whether they like it or not.
No.
You never heard that?
Is that a quote? No.
If you were dating, should your boyfriend protect you rather, even
Yes.
if you don't like it or not, huh?
Yes.
Right on. You listen to my show?
No. I didn't know who you were when I came here today.
You don't know me?
Sorry.
No, I'm playing. I'm just joking. Who brought you here?
Him.
He doesn't have a name?
Jesse?
Oh, Jesse brought you?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about what you're hearing so far?
It's solid.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
I love white people. You can totally disagree and
No, I have no disagreements. I just go to like other church normally, so this is just not that.
Right.
But that's my only.
This is not what?
This is like just not what my like regular church is like.
What's your regular church is like?
Like you open a Bible and you read it and you talk
Right.
about it. Yeah.
Right. And you notice nobody get help.
Get help.
No one is helped when they open and read the Bible at church.
You don't think so?
No, they all go home still angry and mad, and they go home and cry.
That's if they don't
they gossip.
receive it.
I'm sorry?
I said that's if they don't receive it, but I think
They don't what?
like receive it. Like you can read a book and not hear it or understand it.
So everybody in the Christian community read the Bible and nobody getting help because they don't understand it?
I don't think it's nobody. I think some people are changed.
You think so?
I mean, I didn't know you, and I only read the Bible, and we're in line so far.
But you also haven't forgiven your mother.
But I love her. She's
if
great.
you love her, you will forgive her.
Okay, I don't. What am I forgiving? I feel like I have to know what I'm forgiving.
That's why I want you to pay attention to yourself. I don't want to make up anything for you, but
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look at those little irritation things she does to you. Or how she got to call her every day. If you don't, she wonder, "Oh, you didn't call me. What's wrong?" I'll call you because I want to see what's wrong. Or you got to somehow or another, she won't let you go. You moved out to Florida. She lived in Alabama, and beforehand she hated Florida while you were growing up. I hate Florida. I never want to live in Florida, right? And then you said, well, Mama, I'm moving to Florida. All of a sudden she loved Florida. She won't let you go. Just look at those little things, and when you feel irritation, that's hate. That's anger, right? Forgive her, and God will forgive you. But you need to see it for yourself, not just because I said it.
Okay.
That makes sense, a little sense?
Yeah, she's just not like that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. But anything you disagree with? Because Jesse going to call me and tell me.
Nothing. I mean, you're not saying anything that's like disagreeable.
So you don't disagree with anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you agree with me that women are evil?
I think that we are born evil, yeah.
You think women are born evil?
Do you think that men are not born evil?
No, that's not the question.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying.
Women are people, so yes.
So they're born evil?
Yes, yes.
So you agree that the God above is the man's God and the God below is the woman's God?
God below? What do you mean?
Satan.
Oh, no.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Do you agree with me that Satan is the woman's God?
I mean, God created women.
I'm sorry?
I mean, God created women, right? He
But
created men and women.
Do you agree that Satan is the woman's God until she returned to the Father?
Yeah, in the way that all people, yeah. I think all people become children of Satan if they reject God.
Do you agree with me that Satan is the woman's God and that the hell come through the woman?
I think hell comes through man as well.
How about women?
Yeah.
So you agree with me that the hell comes through the mother and it passed on to the children?
Yeah, when you're born evil. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
When you're born with sin. Yes.
And so do you agree with me that the hell come through the woman, the mother?
Yes, because that's how you're born.
And not through the father, but through the mother?
Sure.
Right on. Right on, Jesse.
But like men can have sin as well and evil as well.
Well, the evil of the man came from the woman, from his mother.
Got it.
Right? So that's why any man that has anger is a woman. You notice how men who are angry, they act just like women? They're emotional. You notice that?
Yeah.
They're emotional, they overreact, they take things personal, they're lonely, they act just like a woman, right?
Yes.
So do you realize that came from the mother? They became like what they hate? Mm-hmm. Nice. Good pick, Jesse. For a friend.
We are friends.
Yeah. Amazing. Nice. So just when you get home, tell your mother-in-law she got to go. No, it's your job to protect your children and your wife, really. And if you are afraid, it's because you love what's wrong more than you love what's right. You cannot seek first the kingdom of God in His right way, and all will be added. You can only love the truth first, along with nobody else or nothing else. If you don't put that first, you don't love the truth. And if you're afraid to stand up because you love evil more than and don't love the truth. So don't be afraid, just don't argue. You can lay your weapon down. All right?
All right.
All right. And to your daughter, don't be angry. You speak up, but just don't be mad. All right? That way you'll be fine.